Hello everyone, this is Galen Martling. Today I'm going to show you how to make a frame cover for your cards. And you can do it just by using any nesting dies that you may have on hand, but you don't have to have this full-size die for the actual cover plate. You make your own. So I stamped this onto smooth white cardstock using Copic or alcohol-friendly ink. And so because I'm using Copic markers, but use markers that you have on hand. And also when you stamp, make sure that the stamped ink is compatible with whatever color medium you're using. So I chose Memento, and I like also Ranger Archival ink and other inks that are safe with alcohol markers. And so that was pre-stamped. I used my MISTI stamping tool and did it a couple times. And now I am using my markers to just add very light muted colors. I wanted this to be light and soft because I'm going to make this a sympathy card. I'm going to use a sympathy sentiment, but she would work for any support occasion or lots of other reasons, and other sentiments would work with her, I think so. So I'm adding very light shades of tan, light brown. I have like a salmon color, and then I go in with very light peach hues, and that's all I'm doing, just a few very light shades. I think I have a light green for the leaves. And so you see I'm just adding some of the dress accents. I'm building that color. Sometimes I like to start light to dark. Other times I come in later on, dark to light, and then I might blend it with a different shade. So I really don't have a rhyme or reason what I'm going to do. I have an idea of the color. I grab whatever markers I have, maybe 2 to 3 shades per hue, and then I blend from there using those hues. I try not to get too many colors because I wanted this not to be so busy. I wanted this to be very, very muted, very simple, because especially since it's a sympathy card. So I go ahead and I finish my marker coloring, and then I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and make a cover for this, that instead of a cover plate, we're just going to use a nesting die. In this case, I'm using arch dies, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this background. I added some ink blending with a very light blue in the background. Now, here is like a medium-sized arch die. It's not the largest one. It's sort of the medium, and then I'm going to see where I want to place it, and it's actually right in the middle, very center of the card. So it was easy. I didn't have to like measure and line up. I just knew she was in the middle, and I made my arch in the middle. It's going to fit her perfectly. It may not cover her all the way, but you'll see it look like she's framed, which I love. So you have an extra panel. I'm going to keep that later for another card. I'm going to have a little panel I'll use as a tag or a card accent. When you do this, you want to use very carefully remove repositionable tape, low tack tape, so that your panel doesn't rip. And I used mint tape, and it works perfectly. I'm lightly misting the panel with water because I'm going to run it through my embossing machine. And I'm going to dry emboss a pattern that has little hearts in it. I love that. So I'm dry embossing it, sandwiching it, and getting it ready to go through my die cutting machine. So embossing doesn't cut at all. It just presses the impression of a design or pattern into the paper. When you mist it with water, it helps the pattern raise a little bit and looks a little darker, a little more obvious, and it has better texture. So now I adhered the angel panel to the card base, and I added foam tape to this cover layer, this arch cover layer frame panel, and I added a little glue over the foam just so I'd have some wiggle room and I can move around that panel where I want it. The glue, it's not required, it's not necessary, but I like it because sometimes when you you stick it down with the foam tape, you can't really move it. So the glue gives you a little bit of time to move it around if you need to. And that's the card with this sentiment. I hope you like this and give it a try. Please let me know what you make with the inspiration, you guys. Have a wonderful day.